Hey guys, Kevin here with Kingpin Social again, and we are going to talk about defining your environment. As we mentioned in the previous video, to think about what makes up your environment can be an overwhelming task. Literally everything and anything around you will ultimately make up your environment. The furniture in the room, the music being played, the temperature, the lighting, the art, the sounds of conversation, a television, a coffee maker, and really your environment could be anything. To define what your environment is, we have to look at the patterns that we see in the environment. We look for the commonalities between all of the possible things that could potentially make up your environment. So what do all of the elements within your environment have in common? The answer is simply people. If people have created the environment, it would make sense that they are the single element that all of the things within your environment have in common. Everything in your current environment was put there by a person. It was created, or designed, or sold, or manufactured by a person. The temperature of the room, or the lighting, or even the music was all selected and created by people. Funny enough, the only place where human beings have not tampered with, or created, or affected would be nature, which is what I would consider a natural environment. Here's another example. School is one of the first environments that you are exposed to that cultivates you into the person that you are. So what is it about school that shapes us and changes us so much? It isn't the quality of the chalkboards or the food in the cafeteria. It's ultimately the people that you end up interacting with at school, the teachers and the students. To take this example a little bit further, if you think about the first friends you make in school, if your first friends are nerds, what do you become? A nerd. If your first friends you make in school are jocks, what do you become? A jock. If the first friends that you make in school are the popular kids, what do you become? A popular kid. Likewise, if the first friends you make in school are artistically inclined, you are also going to be more artistically inclined. And the same thing can be said about music. If the first friends that you make in school are musically inclined, you will also become more musically inclined. You are ultimately the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. From the positive traits to the negative traits, to the purpose of each person, even down to the income that they make. You are the average of the people that you spend the most time with. Even if you look at the hierarchy of society, you can see similar patterns. The rich and famous, celebrities, do not spend time with non-celebrities. The environment that they've created is a very exclusive one. An interesting question to ask yourself is, who do celebrities spend the most of their time with? If you look at an NBA basketball player and you ask yourself, who do they train with? Who are they on the road with? Who do they play against? Well, who do they spend the most time with? The answer is always the same. Other NBA level basketball players. If you look at the other side of the spectrum, the lower end of the societal hierarchy, the patterns are also the same. Who do alcoholics spend the most time with? Who do the homeless spend the most time with? It is pretty clear that as a human being, what cultivates us, what will dictate what we become and turn into, are ultimately the other people that we choose to surround ourselves with. You are the product of your environment, and your environment is the people that you surround yourself with. This is why people are not in control of their environment, because you simply cannot control another human being. This means that you cannot control your environment in this way. However, having control over your environment can be achieved in another way. While you cannot control people, you can be in control of how you approach the relationships that you have with the people that you surround yourself with. The only way that someone is going to want to be a part of your environment is if you can create a positive, meaningful, long-lasting relationship with them. This is why having an awareness of the relationship building process becomes so valuable. It gives you the ability to cultivate and create the environment that you ultimately want to have by creating those long-term, purposeful relationships. In the next video, we're going to go more in depth as to how you can start to create the environment that you want based off of the person that you want to become. And that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a comment, leave some feedback. This is Kevin with Kingpin Social, and I hope you got some value out of this video.